It was pure pandemonium. Everyone was trying to get to safety.
A tragic end to a night of peace.
Hundreds graduate from the College of the Bahamas today.
And you weigh in on the move that sent Junior Jauncanu to the Sports Center. The Bahamas Tonight, the National Report starts now.
Now in HD. ZNS Network presents The Bahamas Tonight. This portion of the news brought to you by BTC Every Day.
All of a sudden from the back, all I heard was gunshots. Just gunshots. I don't know who it was, because honestly the person just came from the back, everyone, and just started open fire.
Gunshots ring out in the middle of an event designed to promote peace. Good evening, everyone. I'm Keishla Adderley.
And I'm Candino Knowles. Well, a group of men reportedly opened fire on the Rupert Dean Lane gathering around 11:30 last night before escaping on foot. Tonight, Clint Watson tells us that as police search for the bandits, one of the victims recalls the episode. He was fortunate to escape alive.
It was pure pandemonium. Everyone was trying to get to safety. No one knowing exactly where the shooters are coming from or where the bullets are coming from, but they were just trying to get to some type of safety.
A shocking account of Monday night's multiple shooting on Rupert Dean Lane as residents gathered for what they called their regular Monday night social organized to bring the community together. This victim was shot multiple times, receiving injuries to his thigh, arm, and face.
After realizing I got hit, I just fell to the ground. But after seeing that the guys were still hearing gunshots, I just tried to crawl my way out. That's how come I got a few bruises on my knees.
He concedes that he doesn't feel safe, but even more disturbed that it happened at an event that he says was designed to promote peace.
Actually, the people call it Bring Back the Peace in Beantown. And I was saying to myself, this can't be nothing with peace. Try to bring back the guys who have strayed away from each other, try to bring back a little bit of camaraderie into the community.
On Tuesday, police were back in the community visiting with residents following the deadly ordeal. Superintendent Stephen Dean says the exercise served twofold: to get what information they could and also to reassure concerned citizens.
We want to show them that despite all what is happening, that the police is still concerned about their security, and we will ensure that they get adequate security immaterial to which part of New Providence they might be. It does not matter if you're in Baintown. You will get police presence.
Now, police need your help in solving this case. If you have any information that could assist, you're asked to call police at 911 or 919 or crime tipsters at 328-TIPS. Clint Watson, ZNS Network News.
Two men accused of robbing the Deputy Prime Minister and his wife at gunpoint made their first appearance in court today. Fern Carey was there for the arraignment.
Police are holding 21-year-old Mark McCartney in the white T-shirt and 25-year-old Tyrone Knowles responsible for robbing Deputy Prime Minister Philip Davis, his wife Anne-Marie Davis, and Davis's aide Wilberforce Seymour. Police say last Monday, the men assaulted Davis's driver before entering his house and, once inside, robbed Davis and his wife at gunpoint and then escaped in a Honda Accord. Davis was acting Prime Minister at the time. In court, the two men were formally charged with robbing the Deputy Prime Minister at gunpoint of a gold $7,000 Baraka bracelet, a black opal top wallet valued at $450, a $200 jewelry box containing an assortment of jewelry worth $93,000, a Royal Bank credit card, and a Bahamian driver's license. Together, all of the items total over $100,000. Knowles is also accused of robbing Davis's wife of $2,953 and his driver Wilberforce Seymour of $10. Chief Magistrate Joyanne Ferguson Pratt also charged Knowles with dishonestly receiving the black jewelry box. He's also accused of robbing Avery Johnson of a silver Honda Accord on Friday, December 6, electronics, and a Bahamian passport. McCartney was also charged with dishonestly receiving Johnson's iPod. The defendants were not required to enter a plea. A voluntary bill of indictment will be filed. Now, the prosecution wanted to adjourn this case to February of next year. However, the court noted that this matter is of crucial importance as the two defendants are accused of robbing someone who was acting as the top executive of the country. In the end, the matter was adjourned to January 29th of next year. Bail was denied and the two defendants were remanded to prison. Fern Carey, ZNS Network News.
Police Commissioner Allison Greenslade is responding to criticism over the security detail linked to the Deputy Prime Minister Philip Davis when he was robbed last week. Yesterday, the commissioner explained that there is a system in place providing government officials with a high level of security, and in this instance, no fault can be found with the police department.
Where the commissioner is required to provide aids, you call them bodyguards, those people are in place for the respective persons. That has never been an issue, and it's not an issue in this instance. When you speak to the issue of 24-hour coverage, that we refer to that as static guard duties at a residence, those are issues in a very secure arena that are handled at a much higher level, and I suspect that at some future point that discussion might be had, but I don't believe the commissioner will be the person to speak to it.
In other news tonight, the Deputy Prime Minister says the government is awaiting recommendations to see which group will be up for final consideration to partner with the Bahamas Electrical Corporation. The government issued earlier this year a request for proposals to seek a partner or partners to assist in reforming the energy sector in the Bahamas. The objective is to realign BEC and to create efficiencies which will allow for significant reductions in the cost of energy, increased energy security, environmental responsibility, reliability, and increased competitiveness as a country.
We are on schedule to have the recommendations for our consideration on the BEC RFP. The last thing is that the KPMG was to do a comprehensive analysis of each of the bidders for cabinet's consideration, and then we will then carve or construct the way forward to the end. It is for them, first of all, to give us all the strengths of each of the bidders, and then we will decide which ones we'll want them to give further consideration for the recommendation, and then we'll then accelerate the process towards coming up with at least two, and then the final.
Minister of Social Services Melanie Griffin sought to allay fears that many persons who are on the social services program will not qualify when the new policies under the safety net program are put into effect next year. Griffin said this is all in an effort to streamline the social services program and ensure that assistance is made available to the neediest.
A few years ago, it was determined through surveys that a lot of persons are receiving social services, that the assistance wasn't going to really the neediest of persons. And so there is a new proxy means test. But certainly it is not designed to disenfranchise people who are qualified. As long as you are qualified to receive it, you will get it. And there's also an appeals process. So if you have been denied the assistance and you feel that you really qualify for it, there will be an appeals tribunal that you can, the same process basically as we have at the National Insurance Board, something along those lines. You will be able to appeal.
Minister Griffin said various charitable organizations that lend assistance to many families during this time of year are financially strapped and are unable to do as much as they used to be able to. The Salvation Army reported earlier this week that it is experiencing one of its worst years ever. Minister Griffin said as the country continues to bounce back from the economic downturn, all must work together to help those in need.
I think we're all aware that the economy is in recovery, but it's not as fast as we would want it to be, and so that will impact, the persons who give to the various charities, and it will also impact the numbers of persons who are in need. So we just have to be able to, and I really, really want to commend all the charitable organizations who assist in providing assistance. There's so many of them, and I don't want to begin to call names, but they all do such a wonderful job. But I can tell you they are all right now taxed to the limit, and we help them the best that we can, and they help our people as best they can.
Well, dozens of graduates from the College of the Bahamas were at Christchurch Cathedral last night, where they participated in the traditional baccalaureate service, the final for Dr. Betsy Vogelbos, who demits office as president of COB at the end of the year. Dr. Vogelbos said in her charge last night that the graduating students are the intellectual cream of the crop. Well, the list of qualified Bahamians increased today as more than 100 graduates from the 2013 fall semester of the College of the Bahamas were conferred with degrees, diplomas, and certificates in a commencement ceremony at the Diplomat Center. Once again, the commencement class is an historic group. Among its members is the second group of master's degree graduates and the first Master of Science in Reading cohort. In addition, the first graduates of the Small Island Sustainability Program, a leading program of the college, are among the fall 2013 grads. Hundreds packed the Diplomat Center to witness the ceremony. The commencement guest speaker was Professor, Poet, and Scholar Dr. Kristen Campbell.
A local company is getting into the Christmas spirit, making a donation to Centerville Urban Renewal today.
With many families falling on hard times, Desiree Roberts, sales and marketing executive at Bahamas Welding and Fire, said she felt moved to do something to make the season brighter for those who are in need. Although the donation was not large, Roberts was hopeful it would go a long way in helping those less fortunate, noting that the amount of items collected were reflective of the fact that some persons just had less to share.
Originally, our first donation was to Herman Bullard, I think it was, with the refrigerator and stove. He had some little minor issues going on and we were able to assist with that. So because we helped you with Herman, we were sure that you can help us help someone else. So this is why we chose your Urban Renewal to do this again. We've formed a relationship and it was easy for me to call and have this done again.
I would just like to take the opportunity to say to you and your fine staff here at Bahamas Welding, thank you. You ensure that one or two families would have a very Merry Christmas. And I'm really impressed to see that the way when we call on you or when there's anything you would call on us, and we appreciate it from the bottom of our heart. And I want you and your staff to have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
In our first look at weather, we have a front boundary in the central Bahamas. It is providing a nice cool down for the Northern Islands, but outside of our studios, we have mostly cloudy skies. Your temperature, 75 degrees, relative humidity, 83%, winds out of the east-northeast at 7 knots. Your barometric pressure, 1,018.0 millibars, that's 30.06 inches, and it is steady. But stay tuned. Temperatures around the Family Islands, travel and boating forecast is still to come.
Well, still ahead tonight, mixed reviews over the Junior Junkanoo move.
And a new president takes over the National Pan-Hellenic Council. You're watching The Bahamas Tonight.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Shell Helix Ultra. Performance you can see.